Chapter 24. The divisions of the descendants of Aaron were as follows. Aaron's sons were Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died before their father, and they had no sons. So Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests. Together with Zadok from the descendants of Eleazar and Ahimelech from the descendants of Ithamar, David divided them according to the assigned duties of their service. Since more leaders were found among Eleazar's descendants than Ithamar's, they were divided accordingly. 16 heads of ancestral families were from Eleazar's descendants, and 8 heads of ancestral families were from Ithamar's. They were assigned by lot, for there were officers of the sanctuary and officers of God among both Eleazar's and Ithamar's descendants. The secretary, Shemaiah son of Nethanel, a Levite, recorded them in the presence of the king and the officers, the priest Zadok, Ahimelech son of Abiathar, and the heads of families of the priests and the Levites. One ancestral family was taken for Eleazar, and then one for Ithamar. The first lot fell to Jehoiarib, the second to Jediah, the third to Harim, the fourth to Seorim, the fifth to Malchijah, the sixth to Mijamin, the seventh to Hakkoz, the eighth to Abijah, the ninth to Jeshua, the 10th to Shechaniah, the 11th to Eliashib, the 12th to Jachim, the 13th to Huppah, the 14th to Jeshebeab, the 15th to Bilgah, the 16th to Immer, the 17th to Hezer, the 18th to Haphazez, the 19th to Pethahiah, the 20th to Jehezkel, the 21st to Jachin, the 22nd to Gamul, the 23rd to Delaiah, and the 24th to Maaziah. These had their assigned duties for service when they entered the Lord's temple, according to their regulations, which they received from their ancestor Aaron, as the Lord God of Israel had commanded him. As for the rest of Levi's sons, from Amram's sons, Shubael, from Shubael's sons, Jediah, from Rehabiah. From Rehabiah's sons, Ishiah was the first. From the Izharites, Shelomoth. From Shelomoth's sons, Jahath. Hebron's sons, Jeriah the first, Amariah the second, Jehaziel the third, and Jekameam the fourth. From Uzziel's sons, Micah. From Micah's sons, Shamer. Micah's brother, Ishiah. From Ishiah's sons, Zechariah. Merari's sons, Malai and Mushai. And from his sons, Jaaziah his son. Merari's sons by his son Jaaziah, Shoham, Zachar, and Ibri. From Malai, Eleazar, who had no sons. From Kish. From Kish's sons, Jerahmeel. Mushai's sons, Malai, Eder, and Jeremoth. Those were the descendants of the Levites according to their ancestral families. They also cast lots the same way as their relatives, the descendants of Aaron, did in the presence of King David, Zadok, Ahimelech, and the heads of the families of the priests and Levites, the family heads and their younger brothers alike. Chapter 25.